season as both of these programs try to make an early statement and build that resume. Welcome to Raleigh, North Carolina, Carter Finley Stadium and home to the NC State Wolfpack. As we'll see a playoff team from last year, the Baylor Bears, taking on the runner-up from last year's national championship, the NC State Wolfpack. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. About to kick it away and get this season started. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. From the gun, the ground game. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28. Guys, let's talk a little bit about NC State. They reached a national championship game last year, couldn't quite get the job done. What challenges do you see them running into this year beyond the schedule?
And that motivated them all offseason. To be runner-ups, to watch somebody else celebrate and hold the trophy, and you were so close, Jesse. New additions, new faces, but this squad is hungry.
That's the key. This coaching staff really took a deep dive into their roster, and they isolated the positions that they felt they needed to get better at, and they addressed that in high school recruiting and the portal. I'm expecting big things from them this year.
It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Might be changing the route. Trying to get the edge on the toss. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get those running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. To the air. It's Matthews. Fires to the big fella. They'll stop him at the 41, but he's got 10 yards, and they'll move the chains.
Well, it's a nice job by the tight end there. He's patient. He fights his way through all the traffic in the middle of the field, running that drag route, making it an easy completion for the quarterback.
They'll ride Davis here. Makes it past the marker. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down.
Man, coaches talked about they want to get this running back involved early and often and create some momentum, and this is a great way to do it. Early in this football game, ripping off an explosive run, get the juices going, and I bet you he's going to get a few more touches today.
NC State with a fresh set of downs thanks to that running game. Right back to the well. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? Let's talk for a second about NC State. Everybody uses the portal to varying degrees. Sometimes you just fill the exact right hole that you want. And this team, as they start this season, not a ton of new faces here, Jesse.
They didn't, but I don't think it's because there was a lack of effort on the part of the coaches, David. I think they believe they've got the roster in place now to have success.
Yeah, because when you bring people in, a lot of times you tick people off on your own roster. So when you only bring a few in, you cherry pick some elite talent and some real concerns that you have, sometimes it just addresses everything you need.
He's looking to throw. Finds his big tight end. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. looking to pass. It's Matthews. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, North Carolina State. Fit it in the window for the score. They're on the board first here in the season opener.
And that is what a team of this caliber is expected to do, right? They've got the better number beside their name by all the metrics, by a talent standpoint, coaching standpoint. They're the superior team, and they just drove the ball on the first possession of the game, and they looked like it, scoring a touchdown and asserting their dominance.
From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. They think there's room to run to the right here. Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss.
This is a defense that comes to play every week with bad intentions, and they set the tone in games by making hits like that. They've got players on defense that play downhill, and they come flying in. If you're a ball carrier, you better get down. You keep trying to fight for extra yards, or you don't have your head on.
Oh, he's got some space. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback. Reading the defense, there's nobody there taking him, so he puts his foot in the ground, he gets upfield, and he's got really nice elusiveness once he's out in the open field. He shows you that on that explosive play, picking up the first.
And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time and late in the season.
And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Touch pass on the run. Gets it inside the 10, out of bounds at the 9 after the big pickup on that one.
And you see so many of these plays now in today's football. Wide receiver coming in motion, and the quarterback catches it, just flips it forward. That's a completed pass. You see the big plays where it just lets him get on the edge. Really,
he's going for the goal line, and he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Baylor!
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. He never had a chance on the draw, tackled almost as soon as he got the ball.
Yeah, the offense was trying to go draw and make it look like pass, but I'll tell you, the linebackers weren't fooled. They came down hard quickly, got into the backfield, and got the tackle for loss.
Moving out of the pocket. Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Looking for a man. It's Matthews. It's complete to the left. And works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a first down.
It's tough on the defense there. Third down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you could do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
These RPO runs, they're like body blows. I like them because it just sort of chips away at a defense. You'll take these kind of games all game long. You keep running the football this way, you're going to keep moving the sticks. You're going to keep driving this defense back, so keep at it with the RPO game.
Absolutely nothing settled. Deadlocked after one period of play as we have a look at the stats. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. The offense changing the play. They'll move the tight end. They'll try to get the edge with the toss play here. Looks like the Wolfpack will pick up the first down.
Well, short yardage situation, they decide to go with the toss play, and nice job up front getting a little bit of push. That's all they needed to get that first.
They'll have it at the 49, just across midfield, 1st and 10. Leaves it with the running back. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
A lot of times defenses blitz to stop the run. This very play right here. Blitz the linebacker, but man, the offense did a great job. Everybody understood what they saw. Running back understood. Pick up a nice positive gain when they were trying to get a blitz and maybe create a tackle for a loss.
Got him looking run. He wants to throw. Fires to the big fella. Crosses the 30. He's got to lay it. They finally make the stop, and it's been this way this guy's whole career as a senior makes a play after the grab.
What a weapon this guy is, right? At the tight end position, not only can he get open, he can run away from people after the catch. He's a big dude, so he's hard to bring down anyway, but the speed is what makes him different.
NC State at the line with a 1st and 10. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Sets up the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though. How quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
Wants to throw. It's Matthews. Gets it out quickly. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
Pocket breaking down. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone.
That is what I'm talking about. So many guys lose where they're at on the field, lose the down and distance. It's 3rd down. I can't slide. QB knows it. Nice job using his noggin and his heart over his shoulder to get the first down on 3rd down.
He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. Looking for just one more yard. It's 2nd and goal. A run for the quarterback. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. This offense has converted twice on 3rd down on this drive. A 3rd time would put them in the end zone. They'll run it. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, NC State. That drive was what every father wants his daughter's romances to be like. Slow, take your time, train the clock, no hurry at all.
Sometimes love is a slow burn, and that's what we just saw on that last drive. I am so impressed with the execution, and I love their ability to run the football. These players, they're coached up. They're coming out here, and they are executing exactly how their coaches prepared them to do in this game.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. They'll run it. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
Caught in the backfield, it's Rush. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on second down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks at a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a third down.
And it's knocked away, incomplete on third down.
Well, after giving up that touchdown on the opening drive, they had a little bit of a come to Jesus with their defensive coordinator on the sideline. I don't know what he said, but he, I think, just invoked the fear of God into this defense because this 3-and-out has been sensational, dominant. This is the way they've got to play moving forward.
Kick is in the air. Coverage team down there to down the punt, and they'll spot it just inside the 45. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. They've come out smoking with touchdowns on each of their first two drives, and they're back to work now. Fires to the tight end. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
Now on first down from the 43-yard line. Might be calling a hot route. They'll go to the toss. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Man, oh man, the ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way. At least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there. He didn't have any.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Matthews. Oh, they're after him. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Looking to the big tight end. Can't make the grab, and this offense, which has been brilliant this season on third down, doesn't convert this time.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting the throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
They kick it away on 4th down. And that one will bounce and roll out of bounds. Let's see exactly where they mark it. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. They'll leave it with him. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Clock stopped. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and they've got a chance to lock this thing up before the break. The Bears have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Looking to fire. Fires it incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Looking downfield, it's Harper. Makes the grab. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
Fair catch is called for in the midst of all this rain. Just concentrate on one thing, making the catch. Take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Gives it to the back on the draw. And a good solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
NC State might think about going for a big one on 2nd and short. The RPO, fire complete to the left. Across the 25, he's got room. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. NC State will line up with a 1st and goal.
42 Spiders. 4-2.
On the ground. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Wolfpack!
Man, that's the way you execute on offense, man. You keep your foot on the gas. Try to make this a 2-score game. You do with that touchdown. This offense executing beautifully. The defense is going to have to find something in the second half to get some stops.
And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. They'll crank up this drive from the 30-yard line. Looking to throw, it's Harper. Using his legs to buy some time. Still running at the 40. He turns this into a nice gain and gets down to avoid the hit. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. Now on 1st down from the 43-yard line. Looking to throw on 1st down. Bringing the heat. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Love the physicality of this secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Catch in stride inside the 15. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Bears!
And that was a really big score here at the end of the first half, just for their confidence and their momentum. They're obviously still losing right now on the scoreboard, but you had the feeling something positive had to happen here at the end of the first half for them to go in at halftime, regroup, and come out in the second half now trying to build on that successful drive offensively.
This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Looking downfield on 1st down. Caught in the backfield. It's Davis. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
Throws to the wideout. Just a Barishnikov-like move on the sideline to tap that toe and get the first down.
Nice catch, just past the first down marker, so this drive stays alive. Nice job by the quarterback and receiver.
First down here for the offense. Back to throw, it's Matthews. Catch in the middle, it's Barlow. They'll immediately call timeout.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Wants to throw, he's working against the clock. Quickly out to the tight end. Defense there to get him out of bounds as he gets it down to the 48. This is a great way to control tempo, control the game, feeding the tight end, and they've done it beautifully here in the first half.
You find great matchups where you see, I mean, you think about it. He's too good to be covered by linebackers. You like your matchup versus a safety, so zone or man, whatever you want to do, I'm going to find the big fella because he's going to be open most of the time.
Nothing open downfield, so he'll just toss it away.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
Just enough time for one final play in this half. And back to the air on second down. This time he's got his man. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. They'd love nothing better than to add a 3-ball here before the break. He'll have to generate power and some accuracy, a 50-yarder from the left hash. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Final seconds of the first half, and they'll try to put up 3. He'll have to generate power and some accuracy, a 50-yarder from the left hash. Thought he had it and couldn't get it through the uprights. He missed it. And the margin is still 7 after the miss, guys. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. Returner will field it and try to get some field position. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense...
Turning on the Jets. He's inside the 40. The 20. Touchdown, Baylor! Once he got some room, it was over.
Man, this guy is such a weapon because he's so dangerous if he gets into the second level. Great vision, and then David shows you the speed.
Just straight wheels, erasing angles. A lot of times when you're chasing guys that are so fast like this, you're like, I got him, I got him. No, I do not. What a big, long touchdown run. Pad those stats, young fella.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Snap to the back. And some room to work. Found a little room out of the Wildcat that time, just short of the first down. The Wolfpack with a lot of options on second and short. Running back searching for a hole. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42. Looking for a man. It's Matthews. That's caught. It's Davis. Stopped at the 47-yard line. A 10-yard gain, and they'll move the markers.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Gets it out fast. Breaks into the open. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play.
Nice job by the receiver there, running the drag route against zone coverage, finding the soft spot, making it easy on his quarterback to get the completion. He turns it upfield and he moves the sticks.
Wolfpack with a 1st and 10 here. They'll throw it from the red zone. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
To the air on second down. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
Well, nice job by the defense here in back-to-back plays. 2 straight incompletions. You've given up some yards, and the opponent's in field goal range. This is a place a lot of D coordinators like to send the blitz, because if you sack the quarterback and create a negative play, you knock them out of field goal range.
Back to pass, it's Matthews. Fakes the grab. He gets it all the way down inside the 10. It'll be 1st and goal from the 8.
And that is a huge conversion on 3rd and long for the offense. I think a lot of people thinking, hey, we're just going to try to get a couple of yards, help our kicker out here to kick a field goal. But instead, they get a massive play, and now all of a sudden they're thinking touchdown here, 1st and goal.
1st and goal now as NC State tries to find a way to score. Little touch pass to the receiver. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line?
A nice job by the defense with the edges. They try the touch pass on 1st and goal. Nice job setting the edge, not letting him get outside, making the good tackle, forcing 2nd down and goal.
Quarterback run is part of their game plan. Touchdown, Wolfpack! And with that, they've got the lead here in the 2nd half.
And I tell you what, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this at the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. Just dictates too much to the defense. QB runs in for 6.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. They're down by a touchdown, but hoping to dial up some plays and pull even in what's turning out to be a really good football game. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
The Wolfpack faithful screaming at the top of their lungs, desperate for a 3rd down stop. Back to throw, it's Harper. Here's the pressure. And the quarterback brought up 2 and sacked at the 12.
This has been a bit of the story of this game so far, is this quarterback's running ability and whether or not the defense can stop them. They got the play there. They were able to get a sack, rally to him, and get one of the faster quarterbacks you'll see in college football down on the ground. This guy already has over 40 rushing yards in this game, so he has had some success, but I think a big key now moving forward is how does this defense stop him?
State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Here's the handoff. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
2nd down, he'll throw it. Fires to the wideout. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
This game just feels so different than it did in the first half. After that incompletion, now setting up 4th down, they only have a 1-possession lead. Things were looking so much better earlier in the game. They're going to have to get it together throwing the football if they want to win this game.
They boot it away. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. He'll do it himself. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
I just love the individual one-on-one effort by the defense there. Offense trying to go option, QB keeps it, but just too many defenders winning their one-on-one battles, defeating blocks, and getting the tackle for loss.
Dropping back, it's Harper. Throws for the tight end. Oh, it's picked off. What a bad time for a mistake like that. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Well, we know these are slick conditions today in this game. Wide receiver just didn't seem to really get a good grasp on the ball when it hit his hands. Didn't stick right away. There was a bit of a bobble, and because of it, the defense able to come away with the pick.
NC State sending the offense back onto the field. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. Here's a heat. Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be 3rd down.
I think he's showing you his experience on that decision right there. There was nothing open, so don't try to force it into coverage. You've got the lead. If it's not there, just throw it away. The head coach loves to see his quarterback make that kind of decision.
He's got it. And he's knocked down immediately, but they're in the red zone at the 14. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, 3rd down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win. And gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the 1st down.
Not a whole lot of room to run. Let's give him a couple. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Leaves it with the back. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Dropping back, it's Matthews. Here comes the heat. They're working that left side. Touchdown, North Carolina State! They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, and hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
As we start the 4th quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. The returner will field it and bring it back. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. Things have not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And the Bears can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Back to pass. Skips away from pressure. He'll pull it down and run. Finds his way up just short of the 40 to the 39-yard line before he goes out of bounds.
This quarterback, man, looks like he's playing angry right now. He did not like that interception he threw the last time out on the field. You could see on the sidelines, guys. He could not wait to get back out there, and that time it was like he was running mad. I don't even know if he really wanted to throw that ball. He just wanted to take off, scramble, go get the 1st down.
Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37.
It's so hard for a defense to have to stop plays like that because it really forces you to play with great eye discipline. You see the pre-snap motion. Defense doesn't know if he's just running across the field and he's going to run a route, if he's going to block, or if he has the football. That time, he was able to outflank the defense and hurt them to get that 1st down.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and he never had a chance. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Looking downfield, it's Harper. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. You're going to win this game.
Wants to throw again. Release to the back. Makes the grab on the left. Got enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Unloads to the wideout. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have led him a little too much.
You know, it's a good decision by the QB because his intended target wasn't open, so throw it out of bounds, and you can live to play another day here on this drive.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Quickly complete. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you can tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
This crowd knows when to bring it. Hands it off. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears!
And he's in for his 3rd rushing touchdown. You college fantasy football players, that is what you want to see. +6, +6, +6. Let's go.
They tack on the extra point, and they're down a touchdown, 35-28. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. You know, when I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
NC State might think about going for a big one on 2nd and short. Looking to throw, it's Matthews. Under fire. And just left that pass short. Not enough juice on that one.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
Wants to throw on 3rd down. Just a short pass to the tight end. Really nice job there to pick up the 1st down and get it to their own 41.
And they found the big fella again, and they found him early and often today. They featured him here in the 4th quarter. Still time left in this football game. I imagine he's going to still continue to get the football thrown his way.
NC State with a 1st and 10 here. They'll run it out of the shotgun. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances. And that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock, and they guessed right, and they make a big play for this defense.
The Wolfpack put themselves in a hole here on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Shoots it to the left. It's caught. Just gashing this defense. A big gainer to the 40-yard line.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
North Carolina State defining efficiency on this drive. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Turning it on. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be 1st down.
This offense has a lot of different ways they can attack you, and you're going to see the entire playbook at work in this game. Throwing it, running it, and getting guys the ball out on the perimeter. Great job.
NC State with a fresh set of downs thanks to that running game. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll ride the running back and leave it with it. They'll put the brakes on him at the 21, give him a yard.
Well, this offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
The Wolfpack with lots of ground to cover on 3rd down. He wants to change this route. The give. They will stop him short, and the defense trying to keep him alive. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Splits the uprights right down the middle. And that will extend their lead even further. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. BYU is getting smoked, and even though this might seem surprising, I'm not sure the folks around that program feel that way. Something is off there in Provo. They're trailing by 32 to Texas A&M. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Looks as if he's going to run it. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Looking to throw, it's Harper. Fires left. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
And this defense knows exactly the spot they're in, man. They are up. They've got their more defensive backs on the field. They're dropping back. You can tell they are taking away the deep ball. Nice job understanding situation, understanding clock, and what the offense is trying to do.
Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Feels as if the whole city of Raleigh is trying to help out the pack on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Dumps it to the back. Quick completion on the out route. He goes out of bounds. They'll mark him right at the 30-yard line. That's the kind of play that can give a drive momentum. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The offense set for a 1st down play. The snap sets up the throw. He's taking a deep shot. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. This quarterback desperately wants to make a chunk play, but they're going to be deepest to deepest, widest to widest. He's got to be patient.
No doubt. Situational football is probably one of the most underrated, untalked about things, like understanding the situation. I have the lead. They have to take shots down the field. I'm going to play pass. I got to rush the passer. I got to keep him in the pocket. All those things come into play throughout this game.
It's been tough for this QB in this one. Very small windows to throw into, and he's been under some duress as well. It's hard to find a rhythm as a QB in those types of situations, and that's why it appears as though his team's going to be leaving here with it now.
They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. Just keep swinging it. Pressure coming. Quarterback now breaking the field. He is a menace rushing the passer. Career sack number 20.
I mean, some people just have a knack for getting to the quarterback. What a great job throughout his career. Getting there, getting him down, getting pressures. He has been a quarterback's worst nightmare.
I was just going to say, David, you don't sleep well as a quarterback the night before you have to play against this guy because he is going to sack you. That is a guarantee. Death, taxes, and sacks for that guy.
And they got him. A sack denies to try to convert on 4th down.
And that just about does it. That about puts this thing to bed. The offense, listen, they had to go for it, but now defense, this is the situation where you say, I'm just going to eat clock, up by 7 possessions, eat clock, get out of here with a W.